brothers are happy, as are all the pups. Let me just show you where we are. Look at the day we are having today. An absolute cracker. Great day for walking dogs. Little Barney here's not feeling himself. I think he's got a little bit of a sore paw. In fact, for the duration of the live stream, so I don't have to worry about him too much, I think we're going to pop him on the lead a little bit. Come on, bud. Here you go. I'll pop you on the lead until we figure out what's going on. I'll keep an eye on you as we walk along. I think he's okay. We'll see. We'll see. Right. Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Crighton Pet Services live dog walk. I'm Stephen Crighton. I'm a professional dog walker based in Edinburgh in Scotland. I'm out on my morning walk. We like to show the live stream. We can't edit anything, we can't change anything, we can't fudge anything. We show you exactly how the dogs are behaving and exactly what we get up to in the locations that we are. And today we're in one of the best locations for the dogs in Edinburgh, and I think you guys will agree, it is a cracking day. We've got 8 dogs out, right on cue. We've got Biscuit doing his business there. We've got my trusty poo bags. We don't like to show you them doing their business. We'll give them a bit of privacy while they do that. I don't think the algorithm would particularly like us to show you that kind of content, but I will, of course, be dealing with it as we've been doing for the last 8 years. Right, that's that picked up. Sorry about this. It's never actually that easy. I have asked my viewers in the past if they've got any solutions to me carrying to picking up while we go. I think I need some kind of chest harness for the camera, but we can maybe talk about that another day, because today this is a message for the people who run Edinburgh. This is a message to those who oversee surveys and those who have the unbelievable bias in the most recent consultation that has been produced and published, or at least the consultation process has began today or recently. I've seen it today, as have all the professional dog walkers in Edinburgh, and there is an incredible bias towards stopping people allowing their dogs off the lead. It's the type of thing that makes my blood boil, and it's the type of thing that I just can't understand how people in this day and age are allowed to get away with such incredible bias and kind of one-sidedness when it comes to problems that it affects so few, but it's going to affect so many. So I'll explain in a second exactly what's going on. Sorry, little Charlie has also gone to the loo in front of us, and I need to grab that one too. There we go. Sorted. Another one clipped onto the bags. So let's start with a little bit of education, which I think is where Edinburgh Council should start. First things first, owning a dog's a big responsibility. And if you have a dog, you've got a duty to kind of do several things with that dog. You need to look after it, you need to put a roof over its head, you need to make sure it's fed, nourished, loved, trained. It can't just be one of those things. There's a combination of different factors that go on. And I think that if anyone's trying to make changes, they need to start with what good looks like. What does good look like when it comes to feeding a dog? What does good look like when it comes to exercising a dog? What does good look like when it comes to training a dog? And then you can go on and talk about the peripheral points. You know, if you're going to have a dog in your life and you're going to work, how does that work? When you're away at work, well, you use people like myself. And in order to make this successful and for it to pay for my son and put money into the economy, I need to do it on scale. I can't do it one-to-one. I'd love to be able to walk these guys on their own, but part of the beauty of what we do is to get the dogs together. It's a massive part of the way that dogs learn, the way that they behave, the way that they unload stress, and the way that they learn. So these guys will learn far quicker from another dog than they will from me or any human. So it's an important part of their little development and their day to day, that they meet and interact with their own species. And I'm a firm believer of that. So education is important to get these kind of things right, and I think I will kind of continue that with you guys just now, and we'll talk about, so is it responsible to have 8 dogs? Well, I'm insured, I'm registered with Edinburgh to say that I'm a professional dog walker. I've got my van set up in a way that is safe for the pups. You can go onto YouTube and have a look at how I've set up the van. You know, I document these things. And then of course, there's other things like, so I've got a certified canine first aid course, and we've done like things like canine body language and aggression courses, and oh God, you name it, right? You name it. So in terms of that understanding and the responsibility, I think I try and push the boundary in terms of showing the public, the general public, the wider audience, what dogs are like together when they're in this capacity. I don't know of anyone else doing this kind of thing. I've certainly not seen it on any social media, or it's not came up on my feed, people showing behind the scenes. So not to say that I'm pioneering this, no way, but it is the type of thing that I'm quite proud of, that we're able to have the dogs in the control that they are, and be able to show you what's going on behind the scenes and talk about it, have the level of education and understanding to kind of talk about that at the same time. So frustrating that the Edinburgh Council are not really going with the first thing, which is to kind of talk about that education point about how to work with your dog. And they've dived straight in with a question basically saying, should all dogs be on muzzle? And anyone can answer that. Anyone with no understanding of dogs, you could just hate dogs and say, yeah, all dogs need to be muzzled. And if enough people say yes to that, then that's going to be the way that these guys are going to have to interact with each other. So just, it is absolute beggar's belief what's going on today. No one's thinking it through, and that's just a part of it. So essentially the questionnaire is geared up to say all these dogs shouldn't be allowed off the lead, or any dog, I should say. It's not just about dogs collectively, it's about me owning a dog. That dog should not be allowed off the lead in any capacity. And I don't get it. I don't get it. As I said right at the beginning, you need to be responsible. You need to understand a lot about what dogs need in order to own a dog. And that responsibility, even although certain things don't always go to plan, and there's always going to be problems, as with raising kids, as with teaching yourself a new skill, you're never going to get it right every single time. In fact, if you do, you're not trying hard enough. And yeah, with things like dog ownership, we don't even speak their language. So in order to get, here's Alfie down here at the front. Alfie, what's this? And it's not just you, buddy. It's all of you. It's collectively you. You're responding to that whistle. In order to get them to that level, it takes a bit of trial and error. It takes a bit of effort. And of course I want to get it right, because I don't want to be on the front page of the news because the dogs are out of control or anything like that. And I am branded up on every single walk, not just that layer, but this layer, and it's on the back as well, so people know who I am. And I think there's a massive amount of responsibility on me to make sure these guys are well trained, well under control, playing with each other properly, responsibly, and doing things right. So I'm so frustrated with what I've read this morning. I am so fed up. The number of we've been walking now for 10 minutes and 15 seconds, and the first people we've seen are on the corner of the castle here. And I think that's the way it's going to continue. There's no one around. And if we do see people, Charlie, don't you dare roll. Don't you dare. I saw you teeing up that. I'm in the middle of a rant, an important rant here. Yeah, if we see someone, I don't know if you guys can, if the camera's good enough, but there's someone over there. I can see them. I can see they're going to walk that path. I'm going to guess they're going to continue to walk that path which comes this way. So they may hate dogs. So let's just keep out their way. We're not going to go over in that direction. They're on their own. Female, although I would assume, but I would never approach someone that unless there's no alternative. If she turns and starts walking towards us, which actually, would you believe, that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. But we have an alternative, right? We don't need to be walking that way. We can walk this way. Let's go this way. Let's see if we can keep them going that way. I know. Are you going to make... Oh, we've done something well. We're learning. Good. And we get rewarded for it. Well done. Well done. So yeah, so this consultation is essentially trying to ban dogs in spaces like this. Essentially, that's what it's working up towards. Any dogs need to be on a lead and or muzzled or what have you. That's how it's reading. And essentially, no one's thinking this through. No one's thinking what impact is it going to have if dogs aren't going to get the chance to burn off some energy healthily by playing, by running fast, by using up explosive energy. Well, I'll tell you what happens when no one uses explosive energy. It's pretty obvious, because now there's a mental health pandemic across the whole of the UK because no one is doing any physical exercise. And so it has a massive effect on your well-being. Massive. And people with dogs will know what, if they've not had a proper walk, what impact that can have on the home, how destructive it can be, how problematic it can be. I don't understand why you would set up a thing designed to make sure that I have all of these guys on the lead right now when there's no one around. Oh, look at that. There's another dog walker around doing the same thing as I do. Exactly the same thing as I'm doing. My goodness. Thank you for letting me rant. Hey, this was just a message for Edinburgh Clownschool. There can't be 61 members of Edinburgh Clownschool on this channel. Go on, keep scrolling. Keep going. Get away. I don't need you here. It's just a message for them. Go on, go. Go. Never mind looking at these cute dogs. Never mind. Also, we have other friends that we meet on our walk. Watch this. Hello, buddy. Hello. You want a biscuit? Oh, Mac, you're kind of stopping that, bud. Mac, come here. I don't want them tormented. There you go. Here's a couple for you guys. That one's still sat there. Mac's like, how did I get that? Ah, there you go, Trouble. The crow wouldn't have been as stupid as that. Yeah. Right, well, thank you to everyone tuning in. I'm going to take one big deep breath just now. Right, I'm going to read the comments. God, there's a lot. The first comment, grass makes me uncomfortable. The second comment is about Lord of the Rings, which it's, yeah, we're in Scotland. That was filmed in New Zealand. Michael has cats and they're less responsibility. Some people can't handle the responsibility. That's the point, right? If you can't handle it, you shouldn't have it. That's the point. So if you can handle it, if you can prove to yourself and to the dog and to the people around you that you can handle the responsibility, then you should be entitled, well, not entitled, but you should be afforded that responsibility. You should be allowed that. So yeah, there's someone up ahead with their dog. They're not looking overly bothered about us, but they turned and went the other way when they saw us. We might just actually do the same thing, because there's a little hole in the fence. Let's go back this way. Mac is still trying to figure out how to get that biscuit. That's there's the intelligence test back there. Let's catch up with some of the other comments. Frank, hello. How you doing? Frank's laughing. And oh yeah, where's Charlie? There he is. There's your Charlie boy. Frank also has a Westie. Not you bad. Hey. Charlie always is a bit perplexed when he gets the camera in his face. He's like, why? What's this about? Yeah, Josh, birds and dogs being cordial. Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of things. So the crows are clever. I mean, they're really clever. There's a few of them that will follow us around, but crows are quite territorial. So these guys live here. When we go into the woods, there'll be a couple more and they'll come and greet us. It won't be the same ones. And certainly they will not cross paths. They are very, very territorial. I've seen them fighting a few times, especially over the food that I give out. Yeah, if you're fast, there is a video of Juno. Alfie, come on, bud. I know. Edith, let's go this way, guys. Come on. Let's go this way. There's a video on my channel on one of the shorts, one of the sort of 10-second videos, and it's of Juno here, right in the middle of about 20 crows. You need to go and have a look at that, guys. That is a phenomenal clip. I mean, you won't believe it. Speak about being cordial. Mac, this way. Who didn't get there? You didn't get, Ruby. Charlie, did you get? Good boy. B, how are you doing, buddy? Are you doing all right? Mac, you can get one inside here. I think you're going to go back. But yeah, the crows are smart. They're super. And we spend quite a lot of time trying to sort of the training and the initial contact that a new dog will have with all these magnificent parts of wildlife. Look at this. Look at this. They've came from that same patch, but they're not gonna follow us into the woods. No way. No way. No danger. He says as they follow us into the woods. I'm surprised about this. Or maybe these are the birds from... I mean, I wouldn't know which bit their patch is, but I know that there's other crows here. But you'll see they're right beside Edith. No bother. Look at that one. That's a sinister looking... Sending a message. Sending a message to Edinburgh Council, right? I mean, Clownschool. Not the council. This way. This way. So we're what 20 minutes in, still not seen anyone that we've not crossed paths with. But these guys should all be on the lead. Definitely. All with muzzles, all on the lead. Because there's no other way to control them. It's absolutely the only way that they can be under control. Let's get them on Pride Rock. But it's the Lion King, isn't it? Pride Rock. Come on, guys. Barney, you've been let off the lead, buddy. Don't let me down. Charlie, I think you got honours of being Simba last week, didn't you? Yes, you did. You go, Mac. Good boy. Ruby. That's for Ruby. That is for Ruby Biscuit. Good girl. Right, who else do we have down here? Not on Pride Rock. B, you good? That was a terrible throw, young man. Yeah, Josh, you're right. Crows have great memories, and that's why they kind of follow us around. They follow us around. They know that, certainly they know that these guys aren't a threat. You've probably seen that already. You saw how close Edith got to them. And also, you probably maybe don't realise this. I think crows live to about 40-year-old, and they will remember me. If they imagine they're like 5-year-old, they'll remember me for the next 35 years, assuming I make it. Sometimes when I'm on this channel ranting, maybe I feel like I'm not going to make it, but anyway, there we go. We're all going to make it, right? And that's an important point as well, actually. This is not a hobby. This is like what pays my bills. This like contributes to Edinburgh's society and to Edinburgh's economy. It's not like I'm just doing it cash in hand. Everything goes through the books. Everything is legit. Because I'm a sole trader, you can't check that out, but I can assure you that that is the case. This way, guys, we'll go this way. So yeah, rant. How's everyone doing? It's a beautiful day. Yeah. I had a chow chow, a bull mastiff rottie. Amazing how unreal. That's unreal. They are loyal, and you know, all they ask is to be treated well. You know, they don't ask an awful lot. They don't need. It's not rocket science, right? You know, I get often asked, "Oh, how do you keep them under control?" Just treat them nice, just from day one. Just be really nice to them all the time, and you won't believe what you can get them to do. It's a beautiful relationship. I'm going to use the old term man for meaning people, right? But like man and dog, you know, they go hand in hand, don't they? Ruby snagging me on every opportunity. They go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. That's what I get for using an outdated term like man. There we go. There we go. Hey, Edith, I know. You're like, what is going on? Why are you ranting so much? Who was it that said earlier it's like Lord of the Rings? It's this is my office. How dare you? To be honest, my office is my van. You should see that. I should do a live stream from the van one day. I think if any of you guys like watching, you know how sometimes watching things can be cleaned can be really satisfying. You know, they do it in sort of time lapse or sort of speed it up the video and things like that. Oh, we should do that to the van. We should make that kind of content one day. It is. Well, what do you think's in the van? What do you think right now is in the van? If you were to guess what I've got in there. Have a guess. Have a guess what wonders lie in amongst. Hey buddy, you're a different one. Yes you are. I know you're ready to fly, but don't worry. You all want the same thing, basically. You just want some food. Fishing gear. No, we don't have any fishing gear in the van. That's not my bag at all. As a youngster, yeah, but not these days. Barney, good boy. Good. Yeah, treats and toys. Yep. And yeah, all right. Oh, those kind of toys. Is that what you're saying, Josh? Yeah, those kind of toys. Those kind of toys. No. So I probably have like. So you're seeing Edinburgh on. Wait now. Let me pan up. Right. Don't get dizzy here. Look at the sky. I'm going to check my watch. It's telling me it is 1 degree, which is pretty cool. That's 1 degree C for anyone watching in the States. So it's quite mild. Conditions are nice, but it's cool. So this is probably the best day we've had of the year so far. And so in the van, there are probably around about 100 towels I would say about 50 of those are filthy, wet, damp, partly muddy. There's and then the other 50 will be like laundered. They'll be clean and maybe not fluffy and fresh, but they'll be as clean as I need them to get these guys right. There we go, Ruby snagged again. Ruby, every time you get snagged, a dog has to wear a muzzle. So yeah, it is great. It's phenomenal hiking temperature. It is great. It is fantastic. Yeah, the country is beautiful. I mean, Scotland is just so pretty, and then we don't need to go and ruin it by making stupid rules and laws and things. Just like weed out the idiots. Maybe I am the idiot. Maybe it's me that's like the idiot. Edith, sit down if you think I'm the idiot. Stay seated if you think I'm the... wait, hang on, how do I phrase this? Only an idiot would get that wrong, right? Yeah. There's quite a lot of you guys on today. I've not been looking at the screen very much. I have been giving it this. And another thing, and another thing, and another thing. And another thing, Charlie, if you go rolling, where are you? If you go rolling, Charlie, I promise, there'll be no muzzle in the world that'll save you. Good boy. You know I'm joking. But if you're a follower, if you follow the channel, you know that I would never, ever treat the dogs badly. But sometimes you just got to clarify that for the purposes of the camera and for the purposes of entertainment. Right, let's see. Sometimes in the open space we can get more play because there's a lot of enrichment in the woods there. So so there's definitely be the opportunity for a bit more play here. But I think we're a bit tuckered out. That sniffing, that enrichment that we've kind of done and working together, what happens is it makes their brain work a lot more, it fires up a lot quicker. And so what's the best way to put this? So like 15 minutes worth of sniffing, which is about double the time we've been on the live for, is the equivalent of like just walking on the lead for an hour. So they've had like 2 hours worth of walking just by being able to be free, sniff around, do their thing. And even although Ruby's on the long line, you can see she's just got as much freedom as everybody else. But if we had more youngsters and more boisterous dogs, more playful ones, we'd probably get a bit of a... they'd realise the enrichment isn't as high here. Edith, Charlie, thank you. Close control. Back to within 2 meters when asked. Everyone else has came back in. Mac is maybe 3 meters away. Now he's 2. Let's scale it out. There's 1, 2. You're probably 3 meters away, buddy. Come on. You're letting the side down. We need to be 2 meters. Or you're going to get muzzled. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Do you think I'm making my point? Am I now just starting to do loops and go around in circles and repeat myself? Ah, yeah. Is it Futz? Futz bucket. Yeah, I'm with you. I get it. You've got to like protect vulnerable people and what have you, and everyone should have access to this kind of space. But guess what? We're here because most people are working and most kids are at school. That's why we've came here. Because if we came here on a Saturday afternoon in the middle of summer, guess what? People are playing football, having picnics, you know, barbecues. That's not a clever time to walk these 8 dogs. That's not going to end well. But whilst everybody is busy and adding to the economy, these guys get a little bit of freedom, a little bit of training, a little bit of love, a little bit of fun. Look at that tail. Look at that tail. Watch out, Charlie, that tail will get muzzled. What are you saying, Biscuit? What are you saying, buddy boy? What are you saying? I know. Guys, we go live every weekday, right? I'm not going to beg, but if you've enjoyed the fun of today, come back on Monday. Subscribe, come back, and we'll have a bit more fun on Monday. I might have calmed down by then, but we'll have a different combination of dogs. I might come back here on Monday because we like here on a Monday, but every weekday, typically we go to a different location. Slightly different combination of dogs. I've got 23 altogether that I'll look after. So if you've enjoyed the fun, it does the channel an enormous favour by hitting the follow button or subscribe or whatever it's called. And lets me know you've enjoyed it. You can go ahead and give the stream a little like just now as well, please. Thank you very much. Doesn't cost you anything. Zero. Absolutely nothing. But imagine someone wanted to use my services, saw that one of my videos has like 20 likes. They'd be like, oh, this guy must be great. Let's go and have a look. Oh, he just rants at the dogs all day. You know? It's like the perfect mix. No, they can't understand what I'm saying. I'm just speaking French to them. But, you know, when it counts, bring in. When it's important, when we need it to happen, it happens. Mac's probably still 3 meters away. I don't know. We're going to work on this, all right? We're going to work on this, buddy. You're going to get muzzled. Right, from me and the team. Aha, thank you. Thank you for letting me vent and get that off my chest. It feels like, I don't know, there's more to come on that front, but I hope you've enjoyed seeing the dogs free and enjoying the enrichment and the terrain and the beautiful scenery that we're in today. We'll be back next week with some more of the same, hopefully some of this glorious weather, right? And I appreciate it. If I haven't read a comment out because I've been ranting so much, I really do apologise. I'm sorry. I'll go back tonight and I'll read through them. I don't know if there's a way to respond to the live comments after the effect, but I'll maybe try and do something. But if you've subscribed and you're watching this back as a video on my channel, you know that I read and respond to all of those comments. So you don't have to watch live with us. You can watch it at a later time. And yeah, we really appreciate anyone who's part of our little community, anyone who's commented and been a bit fun for us today. So thank you so much. From me and the dogs, we're going to sign off. Have a great weekend. All the best. And yeah, if you want, give us some things to do for Monday other than rant. You know, if you want to see the dogs do a trick or maybe we do something special, let me know, because otherwise I'm just going to rant at you. And but if you don't comment and you don't let me know what to do, then don't complain, right? Do not complain or you'll get a muzzle on you. I think that's the bottom line for today. Have a great day. Lots of love. Have a good weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.